You know, it is such a great time to be both a board game YouTuber and a roguelike YouTuber, because there are a ton of roguelike games getting board game adaptations, such as Die in the Dungeon. This is one of my favorite roguelike deck building games where you mash together dice on a little puzzly grid to defeat enemies in a Slay the Spire style game. It currently has a Kickstarter that you can check out. I'll have a link in the description down below where you can back the game for yourself. But this is part of a new segment we're going to do on the Board Game channel here, where we are going to check out new games, okay? And I am blessed to have gotten some early access in Tabletop Simulator to a prototype version of Die in the Dungeon. So we're going to play through the first act of Die in the Dungeon, the board game, today, and see what's going on. A lot of the pieces are obviously adapted for Tabletop Simulator, so they may look a little bit different when you get your physical copy of the board. But I love the art, man. I love how this looks. It's really clean. It's super nice. Let's set up and let's play some Die in the Dungeon. We're going to play a little bit together and learn some of the rules together on this one. I've gotten a little walkthrough by the developers and played through a little bit myself just to understand it. So the first thing we have to do, this is our map that we are going to be traversing. This is us over here, and we're going to be making our way across the map, going to various spaces. But we need to first dictate what those spaces are. So we have a couple of colored tokens that we can get onto the grid here. That's going to be a treasure spot. This is going to be a forge location, and then some enemies and various things that we get to randomize and get ourselves a funky little unique map every time that we play, which I think is a pretty fun idea to make the roguelike-y mechanics of a game work in a board game fashion. And then we get to move to our first spot. We don't get a choice on this one. After this, we'll get the choice of 3 different paths to take. But we get to do our first combat. Now, they recommend doing a basic combat for your very first level here, or you can play on hard mode, which you just hop into doing kind of the normal combats in the game. That's what we're going to do. So since this is a double sword, we draw one of the double sword cards here. I'm just going to shuffle them and then grab one. And this basically says you have to fight 2 of these kinds of enemies. And then your reward is going to be a new die, a potion, and 1 coin. So we're going to grab 2 of these kinds of enemies, and we are going to get them set up over here so that we can fight them on our board. This is a 1 to 4 player co-op game. So if you had friends you wanted to play along with, they have their own board as well. In this case, we won't be playing as Mango. I'm going to play as Cinder, the very first character in Die in the Dungeon. They start with a unique ability that once per area, I can re-roll the Die of Destiny. And you're going to see what the Die of Destiny does here momentarily. But let's get this next to our board so that we can keep track of what these enemies are doing. And let's flip our enemies. So we got the He-Moth and we have Red Hood. Okay. So He-Moth here, when healing, heal the enemy with the least amount of health. In ties, heals himself. He's got 7 hearts, no shield. And when killed, I gain a heart, which is cool. Now, he's going to do different actions based on what he's doing. So if we roll a 1 to 15 on the Die of Destiny, he's going to do 3 damage to us. If we roll a 16 to 20, he's going to do 2 damage and then heal the enemy with the least amount of health. And if he crits, then he's going to heal. Red Hood here, at the end of the turn, Red Hood is going to deal additional damage for each attack die I use this turn. That's pretty nasty. On a 1 to 4, attacks for 1 and gains more strength for future turns. 5 to 20 hits for 3. And on a crit, hits for 1 and applies a Heartbreak. The Heartbreak, I believe, is just like a non-blockable damage to me, which is really nasty. So here's my stats. I currently have 7 health. There may be ways for us to get more max HP, but to start, we have 7. 0 block, but we'll be getting block by using our dice. And then our energy. Every turn we have 6 energy, and we're able to use that energy to play our dice, and you'll kind of see that momentarily. This is our crit, which we can spend our crit in certain fights to either gain more energy, gain some shield, or gain some health back. Something that we'll experiment with as we go. So let's start our combat here. Turn 1, we need to first roll our Die of Destiny. We're going to keep that close. And that is a 17, okay? So this guy's going to be doing 2 damage and healing for 1. And this guy's going to hit for 3. So for us, I need to decide who I want to focus, right? Like, I think that it's probably going to be focusing the He-Moth first, although Red Hood is going to be scaling. Let's first draw our dice and see what's going on here. So we're going to draw 5 dice from our bag here. So we're going to give that a good shuffle in there and pull them out. Okay, so we have a purple white die, which is our boost die right here. Since the numbers are white, they correspond with our white die. So we've got that die. We have a green heal die. We have our black boost die. We have our block die, and we have our normal attack die. So the amount of energy that we spend correlates to the numbers on our dice. So I have 6 energy to spend. The numbers that I use on my dice have to add up to 6 in this scenario. This is where it differs a little bit from the video game. So if you have played Die in the Dungeon before, or you have watched videos of it, you'll note that there's little differences in playing the video game versus the board game. And if you want to check out the video game, I got multiple videos on my channel, including one that's going to be posted on the main Olexa channel today, and there will be a link to that in the description. So let's start placing our dice on the grid here. So we have to make the decision, what dice do I want to use? Well, I'm getting hit for 5. I'm getting hit for 5 right now, which is, that's pretty nasty, right? That's pretty nasty. So I guess it would make sense for us to block, right? And if we're going to block, we're using up a 2, which means I should probably pair it with like a boost die just to get the most value out of it. So here's how boost dice work. We can place a die onto our grid, and then it is going to give us 3 little boost tokens over here. And these boost tokens can be used on any die that is 3 spaces away from this die. So say I wanted to put my block die in, we can put it 3 away from this die, and then put those 3 boosts on top of it. This is where the board game differs from the video game. If I had another die, say I had the energy, right, to play this guy, I could put like 2 of these on this guy and 1 over here. I split it up. They both don't get 3, whereas in the video game, they both get 3. So in this scenario, I'm going to gain 5 block, and I'm not going to do any attack. We've spent 5 energy on this turn. Unfortunately, we're going to have to go right back up to 6. We do not, we're going to miss out. We're going to lose that 1 energy in this scenario. But we don't take damage, right? Which I think is a positive. He can't overheal the enemy, so I'm not really concerned about that. And we'll move to the next turn. I think that in a lot of ways that went fine. So let's discard our dice that we used here, get our boost off of here, and we'll go again. So we roll our Die of Destiny. It's a 13. Okay, so he's gonna be hitting for 3. He's gonna be hitting for 3. Frick, man. That's brutal. That's absolutely brutal. Okay. I pull out an attack. I pull out a gold. You know what? He's actually this attack die, because obviously we had our dark red one. So that's a splash attack, which is nice. I can deal damage to the target, and then half to the non-target. And then we have our boost die. And then I got no more dice in my bag, so I grab these back. I put them right back in, give them a shuffle, and we go again. Grab these. There's an attack die for 1, and then a heal die for 1. I mean, this is just like super messy, right? This is super messy. I don't really have a good play here. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to set up something very similar, but I'm going to go with our splash attack instead, which is going to deal damage to the target, half to the non-target, rounded down. I'm going to give you all 3 boosts, and we're going to hit one of you for 6, okay? Now, Red Hood having 1 shield means that every attack you hit them with, it's going to shield 1 for that attack. So in this scenario, they have 6 health in a sense, but if I had like 3 attacks hitting for 2, they would only get hit for 3 because each 2 attack shields 1. But in this scenario, I can wipe you and with my 6 damage. And that's good because I'm going to take 3, which is tough. I'm now down to half my health, which is a little bit brutal. But this guy also took half of our splash, so he took 3 damage. That puts him down to 4 health right now. And that's good. That's good. We can potentially get a kill on him on this turn. So let's discard our dice. Let's get our boost out of here. Bring these over. We've been rolling some big numbers, man, which I can't complain about. I do like big numbers. Okay, there's a boost. There's a block. And we're out of dice. This is where I'm excited to get out of this fight and get us a couple more dice, man, so we can start to experiment with some more combinations here. We got a little heal die, which could be good, like depending here. That looked like it was a 2, but I guess it's a 1. And then you are a 1 as well. Definitely some more experimentation that we could do on this round. Roll your die of destiny. It's a 14, so you're going to be hitting for 3. Well, I need to block that. So let's get our 2 in. And then I got to think. I mean, we need to block the 3 damage. So we could do a boost die, right? Let's make sure our energy is at 6. This is 3 energy we're spending right now. I can use my... Sorry, go back to 1. I was trying to rotate him to make him not all herky-jerky. I can still spend 3 more energy. And I think that the best way to probably do that is... Let me think about this. I actually think I want to put him back, and I want to do something like this instead. So that's now 6, but I can put 1 here, and then I can put 2 here. And that way I block for 3. He's hitting for 3, right? And then I heal for 3. And the heal die has some properties, and those properties aren't here. So it's faulty, meaning that it cannot gain any new properties in that spot. And it is glass, which means that it gets exiled after use. So it's a one-time use for just this combat, and then it will come back for us. But I can heal back up 3. I'm going to block the 3 damage that he's doing to me. And then I am going to exile that die. And we're going to discard our dice, and we're going to go again, man. We're thinning out the deck. The heal die is gone. We know we're going to draw some attacks here. We just want to draw... We want to draw some heat, man. We want to draw some heat. Give me a roll on the die of destiny. A 7. So you're hitting for 3. That's fine. Give me my splash attack. Give me my normal attack. And then nothing in the bag. You're bound to draw a boost die, man. It's impossible not to. So there's a boost. There's a boost, but I don't like the 3. And then there's a block. So can I kill you? You got 4 health. I can kill you. That sounds good. Does not matter where we place these. Does not matter if I even boost it. Does not matter if I put 1 block on the board. It is largely irrelevant. I am going to hit you for 4. You are going to die. I'm going to technically gain a health back, but I'm at my max, so I'm chilling there. And yeah, I mean, that went completely fine. So these guys are now toast. I'm going to just add them to a pile over here of enemies that we've defeated, just so we can see as many unique ones as we can on this run here. And then we get to draft a new die. We get a potion and we get a coin. So let's grab a coin for ourselves. Let's grab a blue potion for ourselves. Now, we only get a singular... Oh, dude, I forgot about my hidden ace. On setup, I gain a draw, man. So I can get an additional... die on my first turn, man. I honestly completely forgot. Well, we'll get that next time. That'll be good. I also have a weak potion where I can gain a... That's gaining a strength? I feel like it's gaining a weak, right? So I would throw the weak potion onto an enemy. Okay. That does make probably a little bit more sense. And then I'll just have to look at what weakening the enemy does. There you go. Gain a weak token. Each attack die deals -1 damage for each weak token you have, and then enemies can also gain them. So that's going to be how we handle our weakness potion. Good to have. I mean, I can definitely see the value in that one. Let's get our dice back in the bag, by the way, and get our exiled die back in the bag. And then we get to draw a new die. So we have a stack of cards down here that are kind of for this character, of new dice for them that we get to draw to and then make a pick of which one we want. Now, another heal die is okay, right? I think there's value to it, but I'm probably gonna take this splash attack here. Now, the splash attack comes with a question mark as a property. I need to figure out what the question mark is. Okay, when we draw a card with a question mark property, we draw the first card from the property tile deck that is currently used in the shop, and we'll obviously have a shop here in the future. But we draw the first one and apply that property. So it has the double dice property here. I'm gonna give that a shuffle, and that means that we get to add the double dice property to this die here, and that just means that when drawn, I draw a die. So he draws another die, which is awesome for us. I think that's cool. It is a splash attack 1, not a splash attack 2, meaning that the values on this are a little weaker, but I get to add a splash attack white to our deck here. And that's good. He goes in the bag, and we get to move on our board. Where do I want to move to? We have a knowledge space, or a fight, okay? And what is a knowledge space, you ask? The knowledge space is an event, which is the event deck right here. We get to draw a card and see what funky event we do. I am definitely going to do this. I think that it's valuable for us to roll up to this chest, right? And get some extra value out of it early. I do like this path going down that has the forge and then the chest as well. But we'd have to go into another combat. I'm not positive that I feel like my deck is good right now. So I think that an event followed by a treasure might be beneficial. So let's roll our event here. The Fractured Stone. The last enemy you bested drops something peculiar on the ground. You wonder what to do with it. We can get close and examine it, where we lose a heart, but I choose between 2 potions. I can blast it with my weapon, where I lose a heart, but I gain 3 coins, or I can leave it where it is and I gain no reward. I think I'm going to take the money here. I'm looking, we have a shop coming up right here, which is pretty soon, and I mean, we can get some extra value. I think that the potions are probably a good idea since we're going into like an elite boss fight here. I mean, I don't know, man. I think it's gonna be fine. I'm gonna take the 3 money. So we're going to lose a heart here, and I'm going to take 3 coins. Okay, perfect. We've resolved our event. I'm just gonna put them underneath that like so, and we have decided to move forward. We're going to go to the treasure chest. Now, at the treasure chest, we get to roll the die of destiny, and if we get a 1 through 15, we get 3 coins. If we get a 16 through 20, we get 5 coins. So we have the potential to stack a lot of money for us here. Unfortunately, just a 7, but it's still 3 coins, man. I mean, that can be really valuable as we get closer and closer to the shop over here. So that's good. I'm happy with this. Let's move on to our next combat here. And this one might be a little bit scarier, okay? So this has a big, scary scary guy, and then also a little less scary guy. So this is Spora, okay. And Spora, when killed, the actions of the one enemy will be cancelled. Okay. And then we have a Croissant Pillar. When killed, I gain a shield. Okay. They don't seem too horrible for me. But let's see what we can do. Now, since the enemy that we drew here has the glowing red eyes, that means that this is kind of an elite enemy, or in the game's terms, a fierce enemy. And that means we draw one of these fierce tokens at random, and then this has a new health value for this enemy. So instead of 5 health, he actually has 8 health for this fight, which is definitely a little bit nastier. He also has the 1 shield, so he's going to be blocking 1 from every attack that we do. It's a little messy. I mean, I can't deny it's a little messy. Let's see how it goes, okay? So let's start. We need to roll our Die of Destiny to see what they're doing. And they have rolled a 9, okay. So a 9, you are doing 2 damage and gaining strength. And you are hitting for 1. Okay, that's not horrible. It's not horrible. It could be worse, but it's not horrible. Draw me some dice. We get 5 of them. Let's make sure that our stuff is back to where it needs to be. We haven't drawn any critical yet, which is definitely intriguing. That fell onto a 2. I'm gonna take it if it falls onto a certain value. A 0 block. Okay, that's a tough one. And then that is definitely our white splash attack. And I draw an additional die when I draw him. And at the start of combat, because of my starting relic here, I gain an additional draw as well. So I get to draw like a lot of my deck, which is a lot of fun. That's good. Okay, so many combinations. So I am currently taking 3 damage from this guy. I would like to probably block that 3 damage. Now, I will tell you, I could probably kill the Croissant Pillar immediately. Like 4 damage is not that bad here. So what if we try to... We could do like a splash attack and a black boost here. And then we maybe throw like a block die in. So then we would boost 2 to the splash attack, 1 to the block. And the idea here is that we'll kill this guy for 4. It'll hit this guy for 2, which will hit him for 1, right? Because he blocks the 1 of that damage. And then I would get 1 shield. He, when killed, gives me 1 shield. I end up with 2 shield. And then he's going to hit for 2, and I actually block all the damage. So he dies here. He goes down to 7, which we'll mark that with these for right now. And honestly, I mean, I think that was about as good as we could play that. Now he gains a strength token, which means he's gonna hit for 1 more now. It's a little scary, to be honest with you. Let me see if that strength lasts forever. Yep, that strength lasts forever. So that's a little bit spicy. He's going to continue to scale. We got to start taking care of some business with him. So that's fine. I'm going to put my dice into my discard. I have only 1 die left for next turn here. Let's give that a roll. A 5. A 5 and a critical, okay? Now, when critical, this guy gains a strength. So he's going up and at him. But I also gain a little critical that I can start to use for things. I believe we start with 1 critical, so that's good. I can use it to get a shield if I want to on this turn. But he's now hitting for 4 and gaining another strength on this attack. So we need to be a little bit cautious here. I don't got any dice in my bag. Let's get these right back in, and let's go again. I draw this guy, I draw this guy, I draw this guy, and I draw this guy. Okay, did not draw our splash attack, so I don't draw anymore. Okay. Not drawing my block is definitely a tough one. That's a tough one here. I would like to... I mean, look, we're going to try to hit you for as much as we can. And I think that the logical thing to do is probably do, like, a boost on a 1 attack and then a boost on a 1 attack. And we're going to, you know, boost you for 3. And then we're going to boost you for another 2, right? And you're going to get hit for 6. You're going to block one of them, so you're going to get hit for 5. So you currently have 7. I'm hitting you for 5. You will go down to 2. And then you're going to hit me for 4, and you're going to gain another strength. Which, it's not good, okay? It's not good. I think that that's fairly logical to see that it's not good. I have to kill this guy on this turn, right? I also need to get myself another block die in my deck, man, because that is going to start to be a real problem if I don't get that. So roll this guy. So 14. Okay, he is hitting for 5 and gaining a strength. Okay, so we need to kill you on this turn. It's just that simple. This guy drew an extra die in that guy. Let's put these back in. And I'm drawing now another 4. So that's 1, 2 is you, 3, and 4. And I need to hit you for effectively 3. So we can definitely do this. I just have to figure out if there's a way for me to do it and get some value out of this. And I think we can. So it would be an attack die here. And then like a heal die here. And we would give 2 to the attack, 1 to the heal. That way we're hitting you for 3, which kills you. You got 2 health and 1 shield. And then the heal for 3. So I heal up to 3 and you die. I think that, honestly, that went fine. It looked a little spicy. I'm not going to be the one to deny it. It looked a little spicy. But we made it in the end. And we get some cool stuff. So I get another potion. I didn't even bother to use my potion in this fight. This gives us a green soul potion, so I can gain a heart back. I think that's good, to be honest with you. I think it's really good. 1 coin. And then the more exciting thing, I get my choice of 2 golden dice. And the golden dice are a little bit fancier here. So I don't know if I'm supposed to shuffle this deck. I'm going to shuffle this deck. I think that it's more fun to shuffle it every time. And then I'm going to flip them over, and we have some gold upgraded dice here. So we have a boost 2, which also draws an additional die. That's kind of cool. But it distributes an X plus 1, which is kind of cool. So I get an extra boost capability off of him. 2 dice X spaces away. So if it becomes like a 3 plus 1, I don't have to have it 4 spaces away. It's still 3 spaces away. I just have an extra die that I can distribute. And he draws a die. I mean, this is just great, right? This is just excellent. A draw die is interesting, so I gain more draw, which allows me to cycle my deck, which can get to my block die that clearly is giving us some issues. But this is a single-use die, man. I just, like, I feel like the boost is a little bit better here. So we're going to put him in. We're going to lock him on the board. I need to lock this guy on the board, too. And then, you know, we'll grab a purple-green die to add to our set here. And we can continue on, right? I feel good about it. I feel very good about it. So grab your dice and get them back in your bag. Grab your dice. I'm going to lock that guy on the board as well so I can do some quick cleanup here. And we can move on to our next battle. Now, this is exciting because we are moving to a shop, right? And the shop, we have so much money right now. So I can feel really, really good about that. I mean, I'm sitting with 10 gold that we can spend in our shop. So let's spend some gold in our shop, okay? I get to lay down some properties that I can buy to put onto my dice. And I can buy some potions that I get to lay down here. Single use, again, these potions, but could be valuable to have. Now, this is where we need to have a talk about what we think the best properties to add to our dice are, because there are some interesting ones here. We have Grow, which gains +1 each time that it's used. I think that's really strong, if I'm honest with you. But I also really like Heavy, right? So this stays on the board. It just gets -1 value every turn. And then you discard it when it gets down to 0. This one's a little bit cheaper. This one's a little bit more expensive. We could potentially buy we could buy this and get a cheap potion if I want to. This potion is -1, a clover potion. I gain a reroll, and then I roll the die of destiny, and on a 5 to 15, I get an extra reroll. Seems okay. We have a bonus potion to gain some extra dice draw. And then we have a boosted potion, which I can gain a boost die. They're fine, right? I mean, I think they're good. I'm interested in this on the cheap, right? Like, 2 coins for a potion seems like a good deal to me. Says the guy who's not using any of his potions, right? Or we could go with the approach of let's just buy these 2 expensive boys. I mean, like, gaining a +1 each time a die is used. It's not bad, right? I mean, that's a really solid benefit throughout a fight to just keep scaling a die. Now, what would I want to put a Grow or a Stay on? I think that putting a Heavy on a boost die is just intelligent, right? I mean, being able to keep a boost die on the board, especially like this guy, right? Keeping a strong boost die, although I guess you want to cycle the die to keep the draw going. So maybe a Heavy boost die that draws is not intelligent. But like a growing block. Okay, hear me out. What about a growing and heavy block? No, because you want to cycle the growing as well. Yeah, I mean, these are the questions that you gotta ask while you're playing Die in the Dungeon. I like the idea of the block die staying on the board, man, because then I guaranteed have a block die on there, and then I can always boost it with my boost dice. I think I like that. I'm going to buy a Heavy, okay? And we're going to put the Heavy on our block die. And then I think we're going to buy Grow, and I kind of just want to put it on, like, an attack, man. And I think that putting it on something like this normal splash attack, right? Because he's a little bit stronger than my other one. I'm drawing more dice, so we're cycling that faster. And then the splash attack just has value. So I'm going to take him, and we're going to put him on our splash die. And that cost me 9 coins. So let's do a little cleanup here. And we'll ensure that we... I mean, I think we had a lot of success in this shop. I'm extremely pleased with this one. Let's group them back together, put them on, give it a shuffle, and who knows what we'll draw next time. But that's a successful shop. Do I want the event here? Or do I want combat? My idea is that I want to try to hit a forge before the end of the run, just to show you guys how the forge works. And I'm so very good at the game that I don't need the rest. So I'm going to go up. I'm going to do another event here. And here we have the Stingy Shopkeeper. So, while traversing through the dungeon, I stumble upon golden bubbles floating around an empty area. The whole picture gives a mystifying feeling. I can look for the source. I lose a heart, but I gain 2 Medal of Honor. Now, what the Medal of Honors do is they're kind of like a consumable we can use to ignore the Die of Destiny effect on here, and instead we just get that effect on here. So it's kind of a way to bypass and get full benefit out of our potions, which does seem good when I have 3 potions right now, or 2 potions, I guess, right now. I could touch the bubbles and I would gain 2 critical, which would probably be beneficial as well, or I can just do a small heal. I am sitting down 2 on my heal right now, so that would probably be intelligent. But, I mean, let's do the stupid option and have some fun. Let's gain the 2 Medal of Honor. So let's put those over here. I will lose another heart, which is a little bit scary, but I think that we've built a really strong deck right now. We are going into like a hard combat, and it might be a little bit scary. Oh, brother, it's going to be really dicey, actually. We have 2 hard enemies, one of which is fierce. So, okay. Maybe mistakes have been made. Okay, maybe mistakes have been made. But we're gonna hope not. So let's draw one. You go from 6 health to 9 health. Okay. And let's see what you do. So on setup, I roll the die of destiny and I place one of these tiles on that space. I cannot place a die on that space. Tough. So we're gonna roll our die of destiny. It's a 3, and that means that I can't put dice on this space right here. And then this guy, he, on prepare, he adds a black die on the die of destiny space. And the black die applies a -1 to the spot on the die. So, fortunately, this is a kind of great scenario to start out here, because this guy is going to block this spot that's getting a -1. So it really doesn't hurt me right now. But as the fight goes on, he is going to be a lot worse for me, because he's going to be putting -1s all over my board until I kill him, and then I discard all of those -1s. These are some nasty enemies, man. I don't know how this one's going to go, but there's only one way to find out how this one's going to go. Let's play and draw some dice here. We do have our critical that we can spend at some point as well, which would be smart. So we have our green boost die, which draws a die. That's good. We have our growing boy. That's good as well. I'm excited to start using him. So that's 1, 2, 3, which draws another. 4, and 5. No black. No black. Okay, good. Very good. And I can draw an additional die because of this. Okay, there's my block. A 0 is tough, but that's okay. Now, my die of destiny does not have a critical on it, and both of my potions rely on a critical being hit. So I won't gain the extra benefit out of them, but I need to use these, man. I need to use them. I can always use my Medal of Valor to get the biggest hit out of them if I want to. So, this guy is hitting me for 2, and then hitting me for 1 unblockable. It's nasty. You're hitting me for 2. It's a little, I don't know necessarily what the best play here is. I feel like I need to probably be weakening one of them. But the weak token is only like a single use. So we would put 2 weak tokens on him. He would hit for -2 for this round, and then he would lose the 2 weak tokens. 2 weak tokens? 2 weak tokens. He's gonna be poking me with the damn spear here in a second. This is just a tough one. What combination of dice works really well here? If I hit you for 6, I kill you. I can hit you for 6 and kill you. Is it smart to hit you for 6 and kill you? I think it is, okay? I think what we're going to do is I am going to peekin you with the token potion weaken potion. So we're going to use this. I'm going to weaken you twice. So let's grab those 2 weaken tokens. You're going to now hit me for 0 on this turn. And then I'm going to roll in a 2, and a 2. And I'm going to stack 4 of these. onto that guy right there. And I'm going to hit you for 6. That's then going to do 50% to you, so you're going to get hit for 2 because of your potion you have. So you're going to go down to 7 health. I think that's reasonable. You're going to die, which gets rid of this, and honestly, thank God, because I was a little bit afraid of him. This guy, this isn't worrying me that much at the current moment. I think that I can get around that issue, but he is going to hit me for 1 unblockable, and what I need to do is I need to prioritize getting my heal die actually like out and happy. So I'm drawing before I even discard my stuff. Man, what are you doing? You gotta discard your things and take care of the board. Put this back. Let's roll our die of destiny. It's a 1, a crit 1. Okay, so on crit you do this, which is unfortunately a stun on me. So I rolled the friggin' nat 1, and that means that I'm stunned, meaning that I draw 1 less die for this turn. So I only draw 4 dice on this turn, which is frankly horrible. Because he's hitting me for 3 effectively here. I might die. I mean, there is a small chance I die here. I also use my weakness potion, so I gotta get that out of here. I can always heal for 2, so we're not gonna die. But let's hope and pray. We got a gold for 1. We have a heal for 1. And we have our boost. Now the boost does draw an extra, which gives us this guy, which draws an extra. Okay. That's good. This also grew. Didn't I use this? I forgot to grow you. So you go up by 1. Because I used you to do... Did I use you to do the attack a second ago? I think I did. I really think I did. That's on play, right? Each time it's used. I'm pretty sure I used that. Somebody's gonna tell me I cheated and that I did not use that. But I think I used it. Okay, we didn't draw block. That's obviously like real bad. I need to heal for 4. So we're gonna put this guy on. I'm going to boost him for 3. That's a heal for 4. And then I'm going to play this. This is the rare scenario where I gotta readjust my board a little bit. So this way, he's 3 away, he's 3 away. I heal for 4. So I'm going to put all 3 of these. Okay, hold on actually, because this is a better die. So if I do this instead, and then I do this, I can put 2 over there plus 1, because you're an X plus 1. And then I can put 1 right here. And I'll hit you for 3, which only hits you for 2, right? But you go down to 5. And then I heal for 4. But then you hit me for 3, which is not excellent. And this die goes away. I mean, it's a little spicy, but at least I'm not stunned anymore. And then we'll clean up. I mean, this fight has not gone stellar. I did gain a crit, which I suppose I could mess around with some stuff, but I kind of want to keep that crit high. A 16, you're hitting for 3. Honestly, the fact that you're hitting for 3 and I can block it is a bit of a blessing. I'm fine with you hitting me for 3. I have my boost, I have my block, and I redraw my dice. Get back in there. Give him a roll. We got a 2 black, which has grown again because I used him. Honestly, he should have taken another damage because of that. Because it was grown up by 1. Yeah, so he's actually at 4. And then 2 more. We have our white boost. We have our regular attack. And nothing else. I can hit you for 4 and 3 and you're dead. And that's easy enough for me, man. Don't even need to calculate how much this is. It's enough damage to kill you. Is it enough damage to kill you? Hold on, because these are you're taking 1 less damage from each of them. I hit you for... This is hitting for 5. That kills you inherently. Okay, yeah, you're dead. Very good. Very good. This goes away. We have conquered you. I feel good about it, to be honest. I mean, I think that fight, again, kind of went fine. I'm staying a little bit stagnant on the old HP. But I mean, hey, I'd rather have stagnant HP than just continuing to go down on my HP. I did have to use a potion on this fight, which is also a little bit spicy, but I also get really good stuff out of this. So we get a golden die. I get to discard a die, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, so I can remove a die from my deck. And I think I'm going to be honest with you. I don't think that I need all of these boost dies. So I'm going to get rid of one. I just don't think I need it. And that was the black one in here. So let's find you real quick. I am positive there is an easier way to do this in Tabletop Sim, but that die is not needed. I say goodbye to it. You guys go back inside. I get to pick a new die from here. So let's put you back in, give you a shuffle, flip you over. A fancy block. Oh, don't mind if I do. That's going to be something special. Yeah, I mean, I take the fancy block die every day of the week. Lock you in. We draw a random modifier. It is bubbles. These are toxic. Apply a poison to the enemy. Poison deals an unblockable damage in the cleanup phase. That sounds fantastic to a guy like myself. So we now have the poisonous block card. It's very interesting. But I'm fine with it. I mean, hey, my poison now does, or my block now does damage, which I think is an interesting and unique idea here. And then I get 2 coins, which is excellent. So 1 and a 2, and a skip to my loo. Go down here. And I still have one of these, and I'm pretty pleased. I'm pretty pleased. Now, I want to go to the hammer, so I got double combat. Double combat might be a little bit scary. It might be a little scary, but we will figure it out here. We only got one lad here, and then one lad here. We got another croissant pillar, which deals a unblockable damage to an enemy when killed. And then we got Blug. Good old Blug. And he's not even a rare Blug. He's just a normal Blug here. I think we're going to annihilate them. I really do. I am just not too concerned about you. Blug gains a weakness if it doesn't receive any damage this turn. He receives a weakness if he doesn't receive any damage. Is that really? Really, Blug? Ah, I see. When killed, he deals 1 unblockable damage to an enemy for each weakness on Blug. I don't know, Blug. You kind of seem like you don't know how to deal damage, my friend. But he's fine with me. I mean, if he wants to be a little bit of a strange, peculiar enemy, go crazy. Let's roll our die of destiny. Let's do some combat here. A 6. Okay, you're hitting me for 2. You're hitting me for 1. This is honestly the most ideal situation I've ever seen. A 2 boost, a 2 whites, a 1 green that draws. That's you that draws. So that's 3. Yeah, that's 3. 4, 5, plus my 1 for the first turn. Okay. Drawing a 0 on my heavy block is atrocious, for the record. Like, you have a 1, you have a 2, you have a 1. I guess there are 2 zeros on it, but frick me, man. I draw a 0 on this block die so many times. It's insane. And it's kind of driving me insane. Okay. Let's think here. So you're hitting me for 3 right now. Ideally, we block the 3 damage. Ideally, I kill the Chrysantha Pillar. So we're going to get this on the board. I want to use the splash attack because it grows it, right? So there's definite value to doing that. We can put this here and then like this here. And that way I can put 2 block on, which blocks the 2 block there. So 2 of these are going to go to you. And then 2 of these are going to go to this. I'll hit you for 4, which is going to do an unblockable damage to the enemy. So he's down to 4. And then he's going to get hit for 2 because it's 50%. He blocks 1 of it, so he gets it for another 1. He's down to 3. And then he did not gain a weakness because he received damage on this turn. But I don't take any damage because I gained 2 block. This does not stay on the board even though it's heavy, but we do gain a boost on our splash attack die. I'm going to be real with you. I'm extremely pleased with that turn. I'm extremely pleased with this run, to be honest. I feel like that we are kind of bodying it. Okay, I feel good about this. I never added my block die. Oh no. Okay. Let me grab a blue white block. I'll just pretend that it was in there and we didn't draw it. Okay, that's good. So draw him and then let's reshuffle. And we have to draw our die of destiny. It's an 18, so he is hitting me for 2. Hitting me for 2. I need to hit him for 4 in 1 hit if we can. Oh, look, I drew another 0 on my block die. That's pretty exciting. And this, okay. And then, I mean, look, we don't even need to play it out. I can hit you for 7. Well, I can only put on 6 worth of energy, but I can hit you for 5. I've probably put on 7 energy on a different turn by accident, or 8 energy or something. Look, you make mistakes when playing board games. It's all about having fun. And if you're having fun watching Die in the Dungeon, the board game, and you want to play for yourself, you can go pick it up and kickstart the game. Link in the description down below. It's already hit its kickstarting goal, so the game is definitely going to be produced, and it'll be delivered to your doorstep when it is finished. Let's see. You're all good to go. You get flipped. You're done. I get a standard die, so let's put you back in here. I get a standard die, choice of 2. A heavy attack I kind of like. I kind of just want the heal, if I'm honest with you. Maybe that's weak, but I kind of just want the heal. It's a stronger heal, too. So that's good. And then we grab a green white. You go in the deck. And then you go away. I also get 2 money out of this, which is great. I'm never going to see another shop on this run. But that's quite alright. And then this goes back in the pile. No, what are you doing, Tyler? That does not go back in the pile. You have that guy poisonous die forever, you little dummy. Okay, put these back in the bag. And you're good to go. You still got a bunch of crit that you can use on a future turn, which I'm kind of saving that for the boss fight right now. Just feel like it's the most ideal situation. I also need to, at this point, we have run out of stronger enemies, so I need to make sure that we have stronger enemies in the pile to do some attacks here on this combat now, which is a strong fierce boy, red hood again, and then a standard another croissant pillar here. Was that the same croissant pillar? Yeah, okay, that's the same croissant pillar. I just wanted to make sure I didn't put the exact same guy right in the thing again. But we'll grab croissant pillar here. This goes in this pile. This comes over. We'll at least get some strong rewards out of this. And yeah, I mean, let's go again. Let's go again. I roll 17. So you are hitting me for 3. You are hitting me for 1. Okay. You're also an elite, so let's give you some extra health. 8, huh? Okay. A little spicy. Draw some dice. You got, what a shock, this 0 block die. It's just insane, to be honest with you. That draws an additional. This draws an additional. I like that chaining. That's 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 1 from my lad. Very good. You're hitting me for 4. I barely have any attacks on this turn, which is a bit of a tough one. But we can at least do some block here, because you're hitting me for 4. I should block for 4. We can bring this on to do a extra boost on something. And you might as well do something like this, right? So we can do 2 on you. And then 1 on you. I'll hit you for 2 right now. I'm going to block for 4. And then we'll resolve. So we're going to do 4 hits me. Red Hood deals an extra attack for each attack die you used at the end of this turn. So I used 1 attack die. Technically, you would have gotten hit for 1, but you would have blocked it. But you hit me for an additional 1. Which is a little unfortunate, I think. It was not a good turn. It was just not a good turn. We'll leave it at that. I do not... I honestly think that maybe I just played that poorly. And there was a better... Maybe just like fully blocking up and then popping a heal would have been smarter than hitting you guys for basically nothing. Just making my life sad a little bit. Probably would have been smarter, but hey, this is part of doing business. I should draw my Destiny die, because they have a chance to stun me on a nat 1. A 4, okay. You're doing 1 and weakening me. You're doing 2. Ideally, we kill Chrysanta Pillar on this turn. You'll find that shocking. I rolled another 0 there. I think that's like 6 in a row that we've gotten a 0 on that guy. And that's actually all my dice, man. So you guys are hitting me for 3 right now and weakening me, which would kill me. So be a little cautious about that one, I suppose. We definitely want a splash attack. I mean, brother, this is an absolutely garbage roll. Holy crap, is bad. It's really bad. Okay, yeah. And this is round down, so boosting it is not even valuable, because you're rounding down, it's still gonna hit you for 1. I guess I block, and then I do an additional to that, and then I hit you for 3, but I'm gonna use 2 attack dice, so you're gonna hit me for 3 at the end of this turn. Or for 2 at the end of this turn, so you're gonna hit me for 3 on this turn. I'm blocking one of it. I would go down to 1 health. Do I really want to do that? I think I really don't want to do that, is my opinion. I used this block die last turn. I didn't put poison on you. So we're gonna put poison on you and tick you down to 7. I kind of forgot about the poison. I also think I didn't do an additional die on this guy. So I probably could have blocked another bit of damage. I think I'm missing some stuff here. I'm missing some stuff. There's a lot going on in the game. Okay. So we gotta unpack that. Do I like this? I really don't. I don't want to take that extra damage, man. This was a 3. Yeah, that was a 3. I really don't want to take that extra damage. So I guess I'm just going to do this, and I'll hit you for 2, which will kill you. And then I'll block for 1. So we're blocking for 1. I can't heal for 1 though, because I can only use 1 boost here. So there's actually no reason to even use the heal die. Okay, I'm gonna use my potion. And I'm gonna heal 2. Because I'm like a little afraid. I'm gonna heal 2. And then I am going to use the attack die. So I'm going to hit you for 2 with this guy and kill you. And then I'm going to... That bleeds through and hits you for 1, which you block. I'm going to hit you for 3, which hits you for 2 because of your block. So a 3 and a 4 goes to a 5. So we'll just do a 3 and a 2. You bleed through and take another one from the poison, so you're down to 4. And then you're going to hit me for 1 plus 1. I blocked one of them, but I don't block the other, because you do an extra for each attack die. Yeah, and then that's actually 2. So you did 2 to me. And you weaken me, which means that my next attack does -1. Okay. It's been a more brutal one. No! You hit me for 1 and do 1 unblockable? That's at the end of the turn. That's at the end of the turn. Okay, thank God. I can at least set up to block that. But rolling a damn nat 1 is real rough. It does give me a crit. I guess I could spend some of my crit. You know, that resource that we've just been ignoring this entire time. Would probably be intelligent to use it at some point. Now, a strong 3 heal I can get down with. You draw an additional die. And then I still have 2 more dice I draw. You draw an additional die. Which draws a die here. And then I draw 1 more from this. And that's my heal. Okay. I feel like this is just like a block up turn, right? So let's block. Let's boost that block. You're hitting me for 1 and applying a weakness. I almost want to like try to attack you still. I mean, I could technically hit you for 4. It's just going to be -1, so I'm hitting you for 3. So we would put all of these on here. I'm putting 2 block on. You're hitting me for 1, and then I'm using an attack, so you're hitting me for another. So that's it. Well, you're also hitting me for the critical. Okay. Just add 2 to your block, okay? Add 2 to this guy. Your attack does not need to do anything. It's going to literally hit for nothing, because it's going to be 2 -1 because of the weaken, and then it's going to hit the block, but it's at least going to use the weaken token. But then you're hitting me for 1 plus 1 plus 1, and then another 1 unblockable. I probably should have healed. So 1, 1, 1 unblockable. I'm down to 2. You take a damage from your poison. And actually another poison goes on you, which is kind of cool. So another poison comes on you, you would take another damage. There's a chance that I have not counted some of these correctly at this point. But I think it's okay. I think it's fine. I think it's fine. Okay, and then we'll add these over here. We drew a 0 block, by the way. Not sure you're surprised. Okay, a 3. Draw your attack. That should just kill him, is the reality. But let's humor it. A 3. That will definitely do it. And then a 3. Okay. So straightforward. You could boost this up to 7 and kill him. That's good enough for me, man. So he died. That's good. I'm hurt. Okay, I'm definitely hurt. And we are going into the final boss of the floor, which is... It leaves a little bit to be desired when we're talking about our skill level. We do have a forge before that, though. I get to draw a new golden die, which is good. Give these a shuffle. Strong attack or a... These are our last ones, man. Okay. So my choice of these 2. I mean, I think that an extra attack die won't hurt. It's not perfect, I suppose, but I don't think it's going to hurt. That's a yellow red die. And grab all of this. I need to be like hyper diligent here in this final final fight to keep track of my growing and poison and things like that. I do get a potion, which is good. This is the Brewmaster potion. I can gain a critical, and then on a 16 through 19, I can gain another critical. So we'll have to pay attention to what our Die of Destiny says. And I get a penny. Very good. And that moves us into the Forge. Now, in the Forge, it works very similar to the shop. We flip over a couple of relic cards. Now, these are your strong kind of passive abilities, relics from the game that we get to mess around with. And we get this one a little bit cheaper for potential buying. Or we can upgrade one of our dice for 3 coins, or I can remove one of my dice for 2. And I only get to remove 1, so I can't thin my deck too much here. But let's take a look at our relics here. So on setup, I gain a boost die. I can just put anywhere. Kind of cool. End of the turn, I deal 1 unblockable damage to the target. That's actually pretty strong to me. I kind of like that. And then the boxing glove, once per combat, I deal 1 unblockable to any enemy. I mean, bro, this is just like way better, right? This is way better than this. Once per combat, 1 unblockable to any enemy versus end of turn, 1 unblockable to the target. This is really strong. I would like to buy this. I don't mind the boost die. This is on setup. So that would be on the start of my turn, first turn, I get a boost die. I think that the suppressing eye would be really nice to have, and I do have 5 gold. So let's buy it. I think that's fairly reasonable here. And we'll just stack you on there. The suppressing eye do be mine. I'm going to put him right here. I'm going to move my potions and my relics up to here so that I remember them as I'm doing stuff. And then that brings us to our boss fight, my friends. So let's give it a little bit of a whirl on our boss fight here. I am a little bit afraid. There's going to be a lot of bosses in the game for the board game. So excited to see all of them that they bring in. But we are fighting the croissant pillar. Really? This is it? This is all it? It's just this guy? Really? He's the guy? A 4 health croissant pillar? Did I get the world's luckiest boss of all time here, man? Holy crap. I feel like I just hit I won the lottery, man. This guy's got 11x health, the scorpion mount. We just have this guy that is nothing. He's literally just absolutely nothing. I kill him in like 4 seconds. That has to be incorrect. Okay, we're gonna fight the scorpion mount because this feels more like a fight, man. Okay, I think that I figured it out after looking through a little bit more. There are 2 main bosses that are in the Tabletop Sim copy that I have right now. The Croissant Pillar Baker, and then the Scorpion Rider and Scorpion Mount. So these are meant to be played together. This guy summons the Croissant Pillars, which is why that happened like that. But we have to fight the Scorpion Rider and the Scorpion Mount here. And this is going to be a heck of a fight, bro. So we're going to start. Let's roll our Die of Destiny. It's a 15 crit, which is a little scary, to be honest with you. So on crit, he's going to deal an unblockable damage. You're going to hit for an additional 2. I have 2 health, which is not, that is not good. I also used this potion, man. So I got to get rid of him. We still have our Brewmaster potion, which unfortunately I can't do much with right now either. But I placed down one of these on spot 15, so that's right here. And then when Rider is ready, attack on target's Rider. When Rider is exhausted, attack on that targets the Scorpion and are doubled. Okay, I think I understand what's going on here, but some of the wording is just a little messy to me. So the Scorpion Rider, whenever he's active, our attacks target him, and we can't target the Scorpion mount. But then what happens is, this says when Rider is exhausted, Rider doesn't die. So when we kill Rider, he gets exhausted for a turn, and on that turn, all of our attacks target the Scorpion mount and are doubled. Then Rider comes back to life, and we repeat again. I'm not too concerned. We're only playing a one-player game, right? So Scorpion mount only has 11 health. In a multiplayer game, they have health equal to the number of players times the health on the card. So 2-player game, Scorpion mount would have 22 health. We'll see how this goes, but I feel like I'm smacking for a lot. He does have 2 shield, which is a little spicy. But I mean, let's see how it goes. I mean, we may lose, but it'll be fun the entire time that we lose here. So, let's draw our dice. Let's get this show on the road here. We have a 3 boost, a 3 boost. I mean, is the die bugged at this point? It's unbelievable. I haven't been able to play it having the heavy impacted this entire time. It is just incredible. And then a heal, a crappy heal. I draw 1 additional die. This is a horrible round. This job is actually just atrocious. I would like to get my attack die on the board. Frick me, man. It's really bad. So you are doing 2 damage and dealing an unblockable damage to me. You're dealing 5 damage to me and then doing an additional 2 to me. I mean, I think I just die immediately, man. I actually don't think I can combat that. My only hope here is, okay, we get you on the board. We do a 3 boost, a 3 boost. Now, that said, I have to do like this to target this. And then I know this is 7. I'm going to spend 1 of my crits to gain a heal on this. So this is going to be, let's math this out. This is 6 block that we're gaining here. 6 block, 1 heal. You're hitting me for 2, 7, 9, and an unblockable. So you're hitting me for 10, 9 of which I can block. I'm blocking 6 of it right now. I'm going to block 7, 8 of it. And then I'm still gonna die. No, I'm gonna heal 1. And then I have 8 block, right? You hit me for 2, 7, 9, 0 block. You hit me for 1, and then you hit me for 1 unblockable. And I'm on 1 heart at this point. I have to exile this die. I'm on 1 heart. I'm on 1 heart. I did no damage to either of you. I mean, gamers, I got some bad news for you. I'm cooked with a capital frickin' C. There's no shot that we live through this. But we'll try. We'll try. An 18. Okay, well, for 1, we're going to use our Brewmaster Potion. I'm going to gain 2 crit. Because that could save my life in this regard. You are hitting me for 5. You're hitting me for 2. You're hitting me for 7 on this turn. I can't imagine that's a good thing. You're drawing an additional 1. Okay. And then 2. And then 3. And then 4, which draws an additional. I cycle. Draws an additional. Give him a shuffle. Draws an additional. And then the 5th. somebody has to run the math on this. There are... Like, it's unbelievable. It is unbelievable. It's every single time I draw that die, man. Without any question, I draw that die, it has a 0 on it. I'm shuffling them every time. I mean, the other numbers are changing. It's just this guy. Okay, that's good. I love pain and suffering. I will die here, unfortunately. There is no path, I don't think. But let's... Honestly, the issue was we didn't draw any boosts. We're gonna need a boost, okay? We are gonna need a boost. This has to move, right? So you move to 18 now, which is literally what I'm on. But that's fine. Okay. I'm boosting and you gain an additional, right? I can put a poison on one of you. And I mean, I think you just put it on the big guy at this point. We're gonna use this die. I think that was obvious. It does give me a shield +1 as well, which is good. You might as well do this. This can get me 4 block, right? And then I can do another for 5. So this is a 5 block turn right now. And then I still have 3 more I can spend. So we would spend a heal. And then 2 more. I would use my splash. And I mean, it doesn't do any damage, but at least it grows. I mean, I don't really... I should also have dealt an unblockable damage at the end of my turn to this guy. So he would be down to 10. Let's do it like that for right now. And then he'll take another unblockable from the... I mean, there's a chance that I'm just going to unblockable my way down the chain on him. But I have to live first. So this is 5 block. I have 2 health. It's technically 6 block because you're... worth 3, and then I did another here for 4. That's 5. Ah, frick. Never mind. I already counted that, I guess. 1 on you, and then 3 on you is 4, and then 1 on here was 5, and then +1 heal. And unfortunately, you're hitting me for 7. So that's the 5. That's 2, and I die here, unfortunately. I mean, dude, I never drew a good block. I needed this to be good. I needed it to be good, and it just was not. I do think I took, like, way more damage in some fights than I should have, because I did not count correctly and didn't remember some of my abilities. But hey, it's a first look at a prototype version of Die in the Dungeon, the board game. I had a blast with this, man. The game translates so well to a board game tabletop format. I want to get my hands on the actual physical game because the click-clacking of these dice and rolling them all the time is going to feel so good. And obviously, this is only Act 1 of the game. There's 3 other characters that you can play as. Multiplayer allows you to do dice on your board to impact the other player competing against the enemies. And just all kinds of other fun interactions and good times. I had a blast with this. Massive thank you to the developers of Die in the Dungeon, the board game, for reaching out and asking if I wanted to have a little sneak peek preview of this. It's been a blast to play it. I love Die in the Dungeon. I'd love to check out the physical game when I can get my hands on it and play a little bit in person for you guys. I think that'd be fun. But if you enjoyed, like on the video, much appreciated. Hop over to the main Olexa channel if you want some virtual Die in the Dungeon played through a run over on the main channel. But for now, thanks so much for watching. I'll be back soon with some more board game content. Have a good rest of your day. Bye-bye.